So welcome to today's video. We are going to be making very yummy meat pie, and I'll be telling you the secret to make your dough very nice and flaky. So first things first, we are going to be making our filling. This filling is going to be very rich, very moist, like very delicious, very everything nice. So you scrape your carrots either using your knife or use this peeler. This peeler is a lifesaver. I will never work with carrots if I don't have this. Like, it stresses me out to use knife to scrape carrots. So I always have that at home, and it's very inexpensive. You can just, if you are used to knife, let me know. If you are used to the potato peeler, let me know what you think. Which one is faster, which one is better? Let me know your thoughts down below. So guys, I've gotten that ready. These are Irish potatoes already peeled, just to save time and make everything faster. So you just dice your carrot like very tiny. The tinier the better, so that it won't be poking out from the meat pie when you are folding your meat pie. So you make it as tiny as possible. And also for the Irish potatoes. And then to our meat, I just washed it thoroughly and I'm pouring it into this. What they call the name of this thing again? I've forgotten. This food processor, yes. So I'll just quickly just process the meat. I added onion. Just process the meat a little bit. Let it not be too smooth. Let it not be too, just in between. And this is what we have. Just after a few seconds, you are done. Then to our pan, I added in the meat. For this filling, we are not using oil. There's no point using oil. Just go ahead, add in your meat, add in your seasoning. We already added the onion, so it's already going to do its thing. Then I added one seasoning cube. This is my garlic and ginger paste. Added a little bit of it, a little bit of salt, a little bit of curry powder, a little bit of pepper flakes, and then just stir around and let it release its own juice and change color to you understand what I'm saying? Then you add in water and add in your Irish potatoes so that it will cook a little bit before adding the carrots. So I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of cornstarch with little water. I'm going to use this to thicken the sauce or the filling up. If you don't have cornstarch, you can actually use custard, because custard is made with cornstarch basically, so that's fine. So this is what we have now. The Irish potatoes already tender. At this point, you go ahead and add in your carrots, so it gets a bit soft also, but still retaining its crunch a little bit. So at this stage, it's ready for me to proceed to add in the cornstarch to thicken the filling up. And then after a few seconds, I'll turn off the heat and let it cool down. Then while it's cooling down, we'll proceed with making of the dough. This is a fun recipe that you can make with your kids this holiday period. Just have activities at home that will make the kids busy. So this is an option that you can go for making of meat pie. So we have 3.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Very important to sieve. Very, very important to sieve. Then I have half teaspoon of baking baking powder, a little bit of sugar to taste, and salt. 1 teaspoon of salt. No, 2 teaspoons of salt. So I just mix that up and set aside into a bowl, and then I'm using one way to achieve very nice crust on your meat pie is by using chilled margarine or butter, but in this case I'm using margarine, which still works very fine. So this is 200 grams, that is one sachet of steamers, but you won't use all. Just take a little bit and set aside, and use the rest. 200 grams of margarine. So you mix that into your flour. Like, let it be very cold. This mound is almost like blocked. I had to even keep it down for it to get a little bit soft before using it, but it was still very cold. So when you get it to be this texture, you've mixed everything to be this texture, then you're ready to proceed to the next stage, which is I added in half cup of very cold water into my egg. I just decided to whisk the egg with the water, so I mix all at once. So very, very cold water is another secret to your very nice and flaky meat pie dough. So you are using very cold butter or margarine, then you're using very cold water. So you mix that in properly. Then make sure your hands are clean, and then we are going to combine this mixture together. We are going to combine the dough, not kneading the dough, just to combine and get everything together. So if you watched this video to this point, please and please share this video with your family and friends, whoever you think will need to see this video, and subscribe, like, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. So after the dough has rested for about 15 minutes in the fridge, so it's time to roll out our dough and combine our meat pie. You can see that yummy feeling, right? So this is our baking tray already set. I just greased it with margarine, and this is our dough. So to the dough, you just cut them out first. Don't roll all at once. Just work with it bit by bit. So I'm just trying to approximate like the quantity I'll be using. So it's time to roll out. So dust your work surface, your rolling pin, so it doesn't stick to either of them, and then you roll out your dough. Flip it up at intervals so you are sure it's not sticking to the work surface. So it's time to add in our filling. Like this first one, I didn't even check anything. I didn't check the size. I just did it like that. So this was the biggest of my meat pies. So use your fork. I didn't even use anything to like rub the edges before covering it, and you're going to know why later on in this video. So just use your fork to press it down to seal up the edges. So the next one, I'm using this round plate. Use any size that you want. If you want it very tiny, use a tinier but I think this size is just perfect. So use that to cut the round shape, and then you cover it, press it down, and use your fork to seal off the edges. For your fork, you can as well dust it, flour on it so it doesn't stick while you are pressing it into your meat pie dough. Set that aside again, and the other one, this is what we are going to be doing here. Add your filling at the middle of it so you can cover it very well. And here I'm using water to seal the edge. And at the end of the video, we are going to reveal the difference between the one you didn't use water to seal, the one you used water, and just keep watching and we'll see what the outcome is going to be. So this is another way. You can even just use your fingers and make designs on it like that, or you can just still go ahead and use your fork to make that classic meat pie shape. So the other one, I'm going to be using eggs to seal the edge. So this is, I'm using egg now to seal this edge. Just rub it around it slightly. Don't make it to be running and everything. Just rub the egg around it slightly. And then you cover and make your meat pie shape. Meat pie classic design. So it's all ready now, and this is what we have. The next step is to poke holes into your doughs. Poking holes will help to release the heat that comes out while it's baking. So this is the main reason why it won't open up when it's baking. So you just make those holes for air to go through it, and then you also coating them with the egg just for that extra shine and crustiness at the top of it. So this video is very thorough, very detailed. So with this video, you don't have any excuse not to know how to make meat pie. So I hope you'll be giving this a try. So you bake at low heat for about 35 to 40 minutes, and our meat pie is ready. Like, I make the best meat pie ever. So even the ones I didn't use egg wash, they came out fine. Even the ones I used water came out fine. Then the ones I used egg wash came out fine. So whichever one you want to use, just poke holes here so that the air can evaporate, so it doesn't burst open. So that's one of the major reasons why it bursts open, not really what you use to seal it. So this recipe gives about 7 to 8 meat pies, medium sized meat pies. So this is what we have. Our yummy meat pie is ready. So this is what we have. Nice. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.